Okay, the Rane 68 has 4 channels. You can have 4 turntables set up at the same time, 4 CD decks, or any combination of the above. One DJ can spin on all 4 sources from one laptop, or 2 DJs can hook into the Rane 68 with both of their laptops, and each one spinning on 2 different decks, or one on 1 and the other one on 3, or however you want to configure it. Let's take a look at the channel strips. So at the top of the channel strip, you have your program source knob. On channels 1 and 2, you can choose phono CD 1 or 2, USB 1 or 2, or auxiliary 1 or 2. On channels 3 and 4, you can choose phono CD 3 or 4, USB 3 or 4, or auxiliary 3 or 4. Now underneath your program source knob, you have your level knob. That's going to be your gain knob, where you adjust the volume. Then you have a level meter next to the knob to make sure you're not clipping. Underneath that, you have your 3-band EQ. You have your highs, mids, and lows. If you turn these EQs fully left, it's a full kill. You'll completely kill the frequency. So you get a full cut. Underneath the EQs, you have a sweepable filter knob, a high pass and low pass filter. If I turn the knob to the left, I engage the low pass filter. And if I turn it to the right, it brings in the high pass filter. Now each channel on the 68 has its own filter sweep knob. Underneath the filter knob is where you assign the crossfader to whatever channel you want. If I want this channel playing on the A or left side of the crossfader, I just assign this button to A. Now that channel is being affected by the A or left side of the crossfader. If I want to switch that channel to be activated on the right or B side of the crossfader, I just switch this button to B. Now that channel is being brought in on the B or the right side of the crossfader. If I put that knob in the middle on post, the crossfader has no effect on it. I bring that level up and down from the channel fader. So at any time, you can switch any channel on the 68 to the left, right of the crossfader, or in post, where you just control all the volumes through the channel fader. Underneath your crossfader assignment button, you have a flex effects button. Each channel has its own flex effects button, just like it has its own filter sweep, EQ, crossfader assignment, etc. By pressing that button, I can engage the effects section on the mixer to route through that channel or any combination of channels, however I choose to activate it. Underneath that, you have your cue button. You turn that on so you can cue the source before you bring it in, and each channel has its own cue button as well. Now once you press that, you come over here to your headphones section. You have your pan to pan between your cue signal and your master signal, and you have your headphone level. Now you can also go into split cue mode by pressing the split cue button. That splits the signal, so what you're cueing is in the left side of your headphones and the master output is in the right side of your headphones. So say you're in a club and the DJ booth doesn't have monitors or they're not that good, you can go into split cue mode and still be able to hear really good in one side of your headphones, the master source that's playing, and then the other side what you're trying to cue. If we go to our setup screen on our software, and then go down to the hardware tab, you can see down here headphone tone controls. That'll allow us to adjust the low and the high tones of our headphones. That'll give you control to color the tone of your headphone output. If I'm in a club and the DJ booth has really bad monitors and the mix is really muddy, I can come in here and maybe take the lows out of my headphones, boost up the highs, so that that frequency that I'm cueing cuts through a lot more and I can hear better and still cue. Under your cue, you have your channel fader, and under that the crossfader. And that's your channel section on the Rane 68 mixer.